So chances are you stumbled on this video because God has placed an amazing idea or vision on your heart and you are ready to make that dream a reality. Well, first of all, congratulations. I am so excited for you. Now it's time to get that business and that idea or that ministry off the ground. So today I'm going to talk with you about how you're able to completely brand your kingdom business or your ministry all in Canva. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's learn how to brand your kingdom business and ministry in Canva. All right, so I'm going to show you exactly how to create your branding board in Canva. It's very simple, very easy. So first things first, I just want to give you a general understanding of what a branding board is and its anatomy. So the branding boards that we're going to create today, it's going to consist of your primary logo, logo variations, your color palette, fonts, and a mood board. So for this project, you're going to need Canva and you're also going to need Pinterest. Canva is going to help you with actual branding your branding board, and then Pinterest is going to help you find some images for your mood board. So essentially for your main logo, this is going to be the main logo that everyone sees. It's going to be the main visual representation of your brand. Your logo variations are going to be smaller designs where your main logo is not able to fit. Then you're going to learn about your color palette. Then we're going to talk about typography, and then we're going to talk about our mood boards. All right, so we are right here back in Canva. So again, we are designing our branding boards in Canva. All right, so this is my old branding board for my ministry, God is Glamorous. So I used to have very soft pinks, very soft pastels, but more recently I've been drawn to this hot pink, very fierce type of vibe when it comes to my mood board. So I'm gonna just break it down and show you exactly how I did this. And if you are looking for the Canva template, you are able to get it by clicking the link below, where I will give you the link to this Canva template. But first things first, let's just go through this mood board on our own. And again, when you click the link below, you'll have access to this template. But essentially, this is how it goes. So you start with your main logo. So your main logo is going to be the biggest logo. Then you're going to have your favicon, which I'll show you how to make. You're going to have your alternative logo. And then you're going to have your color palette. We'll go into detail about how to create your color palette. Then we'll talk about our fonts, our typography, and then our mood board. So first things first, let's get into our logo design. All right, so as you can see here, this is where I have created my logo. My logo is very simple, but again, you can make your logo as simple or as complex as you want. So my logo is called my ministry is called God is Glamorous. So this is essentially my logo. All right, so for the main logo is, it looks like this. This is the main logo. It is by itself. I actually created this logo in Adobe Illustrator, but we can actually create our logos right here in Canva. So when you want to design your logo in Canva, all you have to do is go to canva.com, then you just hit this create button and then you click logo, and that will take you to the page where I am now, where you are able to design your logo. So going back to the branding board, we have our main logo, a favicon, and our alternative logo. So I don't know if you can see these tabs here. I have so many tabs. You are able to see that my favicon is these little tabs here. So that is what I mean by a favicon, just a very short one letter typical logo, which you see here. I have Flowdesk open, I have Bible Hub open, Canva, Gmail. All these are just little tiny symbols and icons. So let's talk about learning how to create our main logo. So if you need some inspiration, you can go to add page here. And to get some inspiration, you can go to design. And thankfully, Canva has so many different templates that you can use in order to create your very own logo design. For me, I just like to keep it simple, but you can create any type of logo that you want. So for example, this could be pretty similar. So I'm gonna delete that, that background here. And I'm just going to just let you know how you can create your very own logo just using some of these designs. So for me, I just put God and I upped that font size. I increased the font size by selecting. And you can drag that in. And then I'm going to delete that. And then you can just type is glamorous. So it's something like that, you know, like you can play around with it. This is obviously not a logo that I would use. I think it's very boyish, very edgy. That's not my type of vibe. My vibe is type of very, very soft. So I'm going to just delete all of that. And let me show you how to recreate this logo. This is something that's very, very simple. Or if you want to do something that's more feminine, you can type in feminine logos and it will give you some feminine logos here, which is really cool. But for mine, I just made my own logo here by just creating new text. So this text is under a font called Playfair Display. So I'm going to go to text. I'm going to add text box. I'm going to go to Playfair Display, which is one of my fonts, and I'm going to make it all caps and just type God and just bring that all up. So I just want to let you know that when you design your logos, it's really important to make sure that they are all black for starters, okay? Make it all black so you won't get distracted by the font, by the color, all right? So for this one, this is Montserrat. So I'm going to go back to my logo design. I'm going to go to text, add text box, and then I'm going to put is glamorous here and bring that down, and voila. Look, guys, look how easy it is to design a logo. It is seriously so simple and so easy. All right. And then let's talk about this favicon option, or this other option here. This is right here in a circle. So let's just say we're going to go to add a page, and I'm going to take this elements option, get a circle, and just drag that up here. And I'm just going to take my other logo. This is going to be my alternative logo here. So I'm going to take that white logo and just place it right here. And you can even get creative with it. Let's say that you want to create a border on the outside. So I take this, I'm going to make this no color, and I'm going to take this line and I'm going to take that stroke weight, and I'm bringing it up. You see that? And that stroke color I'm going to change to white, and I'm just going to add this up here. There we go. Right here. So that's how you create a logo. If you want to get really fancy, you can go back to stroke style and just change the stroke weight. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. It's completely up to you. So that's how you make that logo. And then of course for the favicon, it was very, very simple, guys. So pretty much it's just a G. So I'm going to go to add a page, and I'm going to add text, and I'm going to add a G here and just bring that up. And that's our very short, simple logo. So again, as I mentioned before, it's best to start off with an all black logo. So these would be like your main logos. You would be like, this would be the main one, this would be the alternative, and this would be the favicon. And whenever you're ready, you can actually start adding color to it. So I'm just going to change that. And thankfully you can put change all, and it would change everything to pink. I don't know why this didn't change, but essentially that is how you create your logo. So we're gonna go back here, and we're just going to add our logos here, all right? So this is gonna be the template that you're gonna work on. You can create your own template, but if you wanna purchase your own template, you're more than welcome. So I'm just going to duplicate this, and I'm going to put our alternative logo here, and I'm just going to drag that down, and it's just going to sit right there. Perfect. For this main logo, I'm going to create more of a pink background. So we're going to drop that here, bring that over, make that hot pink, and take our logo on the next tab. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to paste that here. Oops. Nope, that's not the one. Position and bring that backward. I'm going to copy that, bring that over like that, I can't really see where it says main logo, so I'm just going to change that to white. Perfect. And then our favicon, which is that simple G, which we see here. Taking that G, I'm copying that, and then I am pasting it right here. So there you have it. You have your logo. This may take a bit longer, so you want to just seek the Holy Spirit, ask the Lord how the logo should be made. But again, logos often change as well. And I'm going to make another YouTube video about how to design logos because it can get a little bit more complex. Typically, you can start off with just drawing it on paper, and then you can bring that to life digitally. But that's essentially how you're able to start. If I want to make this stroke weight a little bit smaller, I can just make it thicker and smaller like that. So yeah, that's how you do that. So now I think the next thing to do, let's just start with the mood board. So let's start with the mood board now. So the best thing is to do, like I said, go to Pinterest and you can find different things for your mood board. So you can just search certain things that you like. For me personally, I absolutely love the Eiffel Tower. It's something that's a part of my ministry and my brand. So I will just take some of these and save them. I can save them to my Pinterest board, or I can just simply download them directly. And then we're going to go back to our branding board, go back to my folder where I updated them right here, and just start dragging and dropping. So these are just certain things that I found, like the house was an inspiration. Maybe we could do like some mansion retreats. Chanel, I'm not really like a luxury person, so we can change that. I like the passport symbolizing travel. I am a Tesla girly, love Teslas. And I love roses. Let's see, what else? Jet, I have a vision to have a pink jet. Some roses, some flowers. So you can just drag and drop, obviously having the Bible at the center. So whatever is pleasing to you, you can do that. I do have some clothing lines that I've had before. Maybe you can like my clothing lines you can put here. What else? Here we go. I have a rose here, soft rose petal, some Bible tabs. And then don't forget to add your image here. So like you can update one of your images here. I really love this rose area. So that's essentially how you're able to update your mood board. You just download the images right from Pinterest and upload them into Canva by using a folder. And then after you have your mood board, that's when you're able to update your color scheme. So your color scheme is going to be critical. So number one, we already have some of this color scheme here. So I'm going to take this color scheme, which is like a light purple. I'm going to add a new color. I'm going to get this eyedropper tool and boom, change that here. Same thing here, taking that purple and just uploading it, or again, taking that eyedropper tool and boom, doing it that way. So I know that for my first color, and again, doing typography is a whole new session. So be sure to subscribe because I am going to focus on typography in another video, and I'm also going to focus on color palettes. So be sure to subscribe so that you're up to date, so that you'll be up to date on that. But let's talk about the color palette. So your color palette is going to be really, really important because these colors are going to follow you everywhere. So when you clicked on this video, you saw that this hot pink color was in the thumbnail. You'll know that when you go to my website, the hot pink is going to follow us everywhere. So it's going to ensure that your brand is cohesive and the same throughout every single platform that it hits, whether it's digital or print. So again, changing this to our hot pink and changing this to white. So here's the beautiful thing about color palettes. You are able to choose this color every single time by looking at the hex code. So these three dots, these three things right here are hex codes. So you just click to find the hex code, click on the color, click that plus sign, and here you will find the hex code right here. So you just copy, paste, and that is going to be the hex code. Now, if you're looking to find 3 more colors, again, you just use this eyedropper tool. So go to add a color using this eyedropper tool, and you can use like another hot pink or another pale pink or something like that. And you just add new color and just play around with these eyedropper tools. Again, this may take a bit longer. I am just doing kind of like a tutorial of what could be done. So again, you want to spend time with the Lord and ask the Lord to give you wisdom in regards to how he wants your ministry or your kingdom business to be. But essentially, and then if you can play around with different colors like this as well. Maybe you can even choose a white if you want a white in there. And then let's say that we're almost done with their branding board. So now we're going to update our hex codes. All right, so I'm going to make this white so we can see it better. And to know this color hex code, again, you just add new color, and nope, not the black. Hold on. Boom, boom. That's going to be the hex code here. This white is always going to be all FFF. So we'll do that. And then this little pink magenta color is going to be this hex code here. Perfect. I'm going to change this to white as well so we can see it better. So for your branding colors, these are going to follow you everywhere. So you definitely want to make sure that you save your mood board and hang on to these colors so that you know exactly what colors you're going to use. And then lastly, we have our font, our font. So we, again, our font hierarchy, typography, and hierarchy. Okay, so your main font is going to be the biggest. Your secondary font is going to be right here. It's going to be like a subtitle, a bit smaller, and your body font is going to serve mostly for your paragraph text. So right now, my fonts are going to be Montage Serif, Proxima Nova, and Open Sans Light, which you will find here. Montage, Proxima Nova, and Open Sans Light. Again, we need a whole masterclass for this one, but if you are curious about any type of fonts to use, I would recommend going to Pinterest and you can search Canva font combinations, and throughout Canva or throughout Pinterest, you're able to find some of the best font combinations for you. So I would just encourage you, whenever you're choosing your fonts, that you look to see whether they are for commercial use or a professional use where you need a license, because some fonts require you to purchase a license so that you will not fall into copyright infringement. But if you have a pro account, you can mostly use any font that you want, but I would recommend that you get your own fonts. All right, so I'm gonna go back to our branding board, but that is essentially how you're able to create your branding board. We literally created this, y'all, in like 10 minutes. But again, these are the branding boards that I've made. And when you click that link below, you're actually able to purchase your own Canva template. And you're also able to join my membership if you're like, you know what, I need more help. So you're able to do all of that by clicking the link below, either by purchasing your own Canva branding board template, or you can get it for free when you join the membership. But thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing all your beautiful designs, and I pray that the ministry or the business that the Lord has placed on your heart will continue to blossom and be used for his glory. All right, so congratulations. I am so excited that you have taken this step towards branding your kingdom business and ministry. So now, if you feel like you really need more help and you're like, all right, I learned about branding, but I really need more help, then I got your back. So I am hosting a Bible business and branding boot camp, which is a 5-day boot camp where I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know in order to brand your kingdom business or ministry. And you're able to learn more about that by clicking that link below to register. So I'm so excited for you, and I look forward to seeing you in the Bible Business and Branding Bootcamp so I can continue to show you how to get your business and your brand and your kingdom ministry off the ground. All right, other than that, thanks so much, and I will see you soon. Bye.